Show me your shoes. These are the kind of shoes that Daddy buys. Mommy buys practical shoes. Daddy bought this monstrosity for Bella. Did you pick it or did Daddy?
I picked it.
Okay, well I guess that's good. All right, go take a shower. Sparkle britches.
What?
Run off. Let me see you as you
That
go.
totally doesn't match with any of your clothes at
Yes,
all.
it does.
Yeah, it changed colors if you look at it.
Won't lose those, will you? Okay, we're watching. Uh-oh, it's taking forever. Go take a shower. So Hunter and Ammon got grounded from all the tech.
Wait, what? You were filming this?
You better not.
Please get my blanket off the
He
floor.
jumped on me. I didn't
Hunter, you're
tell
supposed to
him
be turning on what?
I jumped you, but you never came in.
Mason, take the garbage over there.
I want to do this.
No one wants to do it. This is a part of eating.
You don't even help.
That's part of the table now, dog.
Here, I'll get you guys a bag. And you can. Daddy and Ammon are on the sink. You guys keep cleaning off the table. Hey, I need help putting all the food away.
Yeah, he didn't answer me. I thought
Dad's struggling to be around anybody. He wants his AirPods. The ranch makes your tongue burn?
You gave him the 100.
I have no idea. Maybe you're just not used to eating ranch anymore.
He put a bunch of ranch on his.
Don't be a tattletale, Bella. If he's eating lettuce, leave him
You
alone.
didn't need to, Bella.
Yes, Ammon's doing the dishes.
I got two executors.
Okay. No, I'll help you. Show me your gloves, Ammon.
It tightens up in the water.
Yeah, I could just keep the water in there, okay? Daddy's having a heart attack. I'm coming. Tell me what you're eating.
I'm eating a salad with some dried,
Zucchini.
yeah, zucchini. That's it.
And Mikkel's homemade bread.
Looks
Yeah.
like a witch's
It is
nose.
build your own
Oh,
salad night and vegetables and hummus night.
Can I get more salad on here? I mean,
Ranch? Yeah, I'll put more
I'm
ranch
trying
on
to
it.
go to Papa John's. I'm gonna get a salad.
Alright, Mommy's salad. Daddy ate all his. Hunter's having hummus with vegetables.
I'm gonna have salad later.
Mason, I have a low glucose notification for you.
I'm having this.
That's why I didn't.
I'm having this.
Over this messy room after the kids were here yesterday. I'm coming. Oh man, the birds ate all my blackberries. Dang it, I need to cut those back this year.
So one thing I wanted to talk to you guys about today is, do you have a carb addicted kid? I do. Hunter loves carbs. The thing is that Hunter has been a carb addict since he was like 3 years old. And that means, I gotta switch hands. He loves bread. He loves crackers. He loves chips. He loves, those are his three main things. He would eat chicken nuggets and, he loves ketchup. He loves all of these things that are, I can't hold the camera still. My arm hurts today. I'm sorry. Hunter loves the crappy food. And what's been interesting is that he gained a lot of weight over the last 5 years, obviously, because he hasn't been eating very healthy. I don't cater to the carb addict thing. But he does eat school lunches, and we were eating out 2 nights a week. And his favorite thing was a cheeseburger Happy Meal from McDonald's and chicken tenders from KFC. The crap. And I didn't always get that stuff. I cooked a lot of stuff from scratch, but when he would go to school, he would eat whatever the school lunches were, and then he would come home and he wouldn't be hungry for the good food. We didn't have the budget to send lunches every day, but this summer I've been very conscious about what I'm feeding the children, what is going into their bodies, how often are they eating, when are they hungry, what activity level are we doing. And it's been really interesting because from the first week, I kind of filtered out a lot of the crappy foods that were in the house. I still bought chips and crackers and lunch meat and cheeses and what else did he like? That's pretty much it. And the snack bin was full of before fruit snacks and fruit and grain bars and things like that. So the rest of it was healthy food. But throughout the last month of school and the beginning weeks of summer, I was doing roasted broccoli and cauliflower at least once a week. And we were doing sweet potato and regular potato. And we were doing lots more rice, things like that. And I knew that I had to have at least one thing that Hunter really enjoyed. So when we had pasta, we would have sliced bread with butter as well. So I knew that it was like I was working on getting the good foods in. The pasta sauces started turning into little or no sugar, more homemade pasta sauces. We were cutting out a lot of the garlic and onion, which I couldn't eat. And all of this process started, I guess it was almost 7 months ago now, when Mason was diagnosed with diabetes, type 1. So we started adding the healthier foods. It's been really interesting over the summer because for lunches, instead of making like peanut butter and jelly and chips, which we still have maybe once a week, but the bread switched from, like a Kroger brand honey wheat bread, because I can't have honey anymore. It switched to a sprouted 9-grain bread. And no complaints from the kids, including Hunter. And the peanut butter and jelly, I went from jelly and jam that was mostly high fructose corn syrup to like a more no fructose jam. More whole fruits in it and things, more of a preserve instead of a jelly and things like that. No complaints from the kids. Hunter was starting to eat the sandwiches and not the chips. And so I bought less potato chips. I had no fruit snacks in the house. It's all in Mason's emergency food bin in case his blood sugars go low, and he's the only one that's eating them. I have healthy granola bars in the snack bin, and the fruit and grain bars stayed, but I got a more no fructose healthy fruit grain bar. One of Hunter's favorite meals now, and this is awesome, is that it's rice noodles with roasted broccoli and cauliflower and sweet potato, and he likes sweet and sour sauce. So I need to find a really good, healthy sweet and sour sauce that doesn't have corn syrup, or make my own. I got to find a good recipe. And we squeezed some lime and put some cilantro on top, and they all eat it, and they love it. We even took it to a picnic yesterday, and they were happy, and they ate a ton. And Ammon loves rice noodles. It's like our lunch the other day was apples with peanut butter. We had some grain-free pretzels. What else did we have? Blueberries and carrots. And Hunter took the plate and went, "Ooh, carrots!" And I'm like, don't freak out, so he knows it. Don't freak out. Just give him his food. And they loved it. They were so happy. The other day, Hunter came in and he slammed the refrigerator door, and I didn't know what he was angry about. I'm like, "Why are you mad?" He goes, "There's no celery." And I went, "There's no what?" He said, "There's no celery, and there's no hummus for my carrots. And I want to try celery with peanut butter." And I was like, "Dude, I'll go to the store and buy you celery. No problem." And he goes, "Well, we need hummus, and we need carrots, and we need celery, and I want some more apples for peanut butter." And I was like, "No problem." The next day, or that night maybe, I went to the grocery store and I got those things. And then I got home and I'm like, "Hunter, I bought celery." And he's like, "Sweet. Do you have peanut butter cups?" I said, "Sure." The little to-go cups with peanut butter in them. He went and got one of those out of the snack bin. I handed him a piece of celery, and he sat there and ate peanut butter and celery. And I was like, this works. Once these kids start, it took maybe 2 weeks of them slowly transitioning without even knowing it to the healthier foods. And then one day, Hunter was like, "Well, why don't we make homemade Lunchables anymore?" And I'm like, "Well, I'm trying not to do so much cheese and so many crackers and things like that." He's like, "Okay, well, can I have an apple and peanut butter instead?" Sure. If they're getting satisfied after about 2 weeks of, not having that crap, they were fine. They're happy. Hunter's drinking smoothies. He never drank them before. You know what I mean? It's like all of these healthy foods are back in our diet. And I think, when Mason got out of the hospital at the end of December, we had a family meeting that it's like, look, here's the deal. Mason can't have the sweets in the house anymore. It's not fair to have cookies and candies and sweets in the house. It's not fair to have, this food or this food in the house anymore because I can't eat it. Are you guys on board with trying to eat better as long as it tastes good? And they were all on board. And that was all we did. And then I slowly have changed their diet and there's no complaints. It's pretty amazing.